Ever wondered how our tax dollars are allocated and whether they are serving our fellow citizens in need? Let's embark on a journey to uncover some unsettling truths that might just make you question the priorities of our system. We're talking about a paradox that's as real as it gets: the issue of homelessness in the United States, juxtaposed with the enormous sums of money sent overseas as foreign aid. Now let's put things into perspective. Picture this. You're walking down a busy city street. Every 20 people you pass, one of them is homeless. That's right. For every 20 Americans, one is without a roof over their head. That's the harsh reality. We're not talking about nameless, faceless statistics here. We're talking about real people. Men, women, and children who in the land of plenty have no place to call home. While we grapple with this domestic issue, let's shift our gaze beyond the borders. Uncle Sam is quite the philanthropist, generously doling out billions of dollars in foreign aid each year. Now, don't get me wrong. Helping those in need, regardless of where they are, is a noble cause, but it does raise a question. Are we overlooking the needs of our own people in the process? Let's talk numbers. The United States spends approximately $50 billion on foreign aid each year. That's a lot of zeros. To put it another way, that's about $500 from every working American's pocket. Imagine, for a moment, if even a fraction of that sum was invested back into addressing homelessness right here at home. So with these staggering numbers in mind, let's dive deeper into this paradox. Who are the people behind these alarming homelessness statistics? Let's take a moment to step beyond the numbers and take a closer look at the faces of homelessness. Every single person who falls into this category has a story, and it's far more complex than what we often imagine. For starters, let's talk about our veterans, those men and women who've served our country bravely, only to return home to a life on the streets. They make up a significant portion of the homeless population. Their struggles are often compounded by physical injuries, mental health issues, and the harsh reality of transitioning back into civilian life without adequate support. Next, we have families, often with children, living without a home. These families may have lost their homes due to job loss, unexpected medical bills, or a myriad of other reasons. The children in these families are faced with the harsh realities of life at a tender age, their education and development often suffering in the process. Now, let's turn our attention to individuals grappling with mental health issues. For them, homelessness is a double-edged sword. On one hand, their condition may have contributed to their situation. On the other hand, their situation exacerbates their condition. It's a vicious cycle that's incredibly hard to break without proper support systems in place. And then, we have those who are simply down on their luck. Individuals who have had a run of misfortune, a job loss, a sudden illness, a broken relationship, and before they know it, they're on the streets. These are the faces of homelessness. They are veterans. They are families. They are individuals battling mental health issues. They are people who've fallen on hard times. They are people, just like you and me, who have found themselves in circumstances beyond their control. The struggles they face daily are immeasurable. Finding food, staying safe, battling the elements, and constantly living in uncertainty. These are not mere inconveniences. These are life-altering challenges that test the very fabric of human resilience. These are not just numbers, these are real people with real struggles. What does the U.S. foreign aid budget really look like? Let's dive in. The United States, as a global powerhouse, annually allocates a significant portion of its budget to foreign aid. This aid is distributed across the globe, reaching over 100 countries, with the intention to promote peace, security, and economic stability. Now, you may be wondering, what's the price tag on this? Well, it's not pocket change. In fact, it's estimated to be around $30 billion each year. That's right, $30 billion, nearly 1% of the total federal budget. And where does this money go? It's distributed across multiple sectors. Some of it goes towards health initiatives, including disease prevention and maternal health. Some of it is allocated to economic development, aimed at reducing poverty and promoting sustainable economic growth. A good chunk also goes towards conflict resolution and democracy promotion, with the aim of fostering peace and stability. Sounds noble, doesn't it? And in many ways, it is. Foreign aid can help foster goodwill towards the United States, reduce global poverty, and promote stability in volatile regions. It's a tool of diplomacy, a gesture of humanitarianism, and a strategic investment, all wrapped into one. But here's the rub. It's not all sunshine and roses. Foreign aid can also be a controversial topic. Critics argue that it's not always used effectively, with funds sometimes ending up in the hands of corrupt officials or used for purposes that don't align with the stated goals. There's also the question of whether this money could be better spent elsewhere, like, say, addressing homelessness in our own backyard. So while the foreign aid budget is a complex and multifaceted issue, it's crucial to scrutinize it closely. It's a matter of balancing our role as a global leader with our responsibility to our own citizens. It's about asking tough questions and demanding accountability for where our tax dollars are going. While foreign aid can have its merits, it's important to question if we're neglecting our own citizens in the process. How does this imbalance between domestic need and foreign aid affect us as a nation? Let's delve into this, shall we? We have a situation where on one hand, we are a beacon of generosity, extending a helping hand to nations in need around the globe. But on the other hand, we have a stark reality lurking in our own backyard. Our streets are home to countless souls who are hungry, homeless, and struggling. It's a paradox, isn't it? We are a nation that proudly supports humanitarian causes worldwide, yet we have a significant population struggling to meet their basic needs right here at home. This is the imbalance we're talking about, and it's not just about dollars and cents. It's about our values, our priorities, and ultimately our identity as a nation. What happens when we consistently prioritize foreign aid over domestic need? Well, it's like trying to fill someone else's cup while ours is running empty. We risk stretching ourselves too thin, leaving us vulnerable and less equipped to handle our own crises. Imagine, if you will, a portion of foreign aid funds redirected to addressing domestic issues like homelessness. Imagine the potential impact. More shelters could be built, more meals provided, more medical care offered. This could be a game changer for those on our streets, offering them a lifeline, a chance to regain their footing and their dignity. But let's be clear. This isn't about turning our backs on the world, it's about striking a balance that acknowledges our responsibility to both our citizens and our global neighbors. Foreign aid is crucial. It saves lives, fosters goodwill, and promotes stability, but so too is addressing our domestic challenges. We are a nation of vast resources and remarkable compassion. Surely we can find a way to support both our international commitments and our domestic responsibilities. Surely we can find a way to be both a good neighbor to the world and a good guardian to our own people. The question is not about completely cutting off foreign aid, but about finding a balanced approach. What if you could make a difference? Have you ever asked yourself this question? It's a powerful one, because it places the power to affect change right in your hands. It's not about being a superhero or having special powers. It's about realizing that each one of us, in our own small way, can help to bring about change. Let's talk about the issue at hand, homelessness. It's a complex problem, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But remember, every big problem is just a series of smaller ones waiting to be solved. You might be thinking, how can I, a single person, help to solve such a huge problem? Well, there are a few ways. One of the most impactful things you can do is to advocate for policy change. This means using your voice to speak up about the issue, writing to your local representatives, and encouraging others to do the same. Policy changes can have far-reaching effects, and they're often the first step towards long-term solutions. Volunteering is another powerful way to make a difference. There are countless organizations out there that are dedicated to helping the homeless, and they could always use an extra pair of hands. Whether it's serving meals at a soup kitchen, helping to build homes, or simply spending time with those who are less fortunate, your time and effort can make a real impact. And then there's donating. Whether it's money, clothing, or food, every little bit helps. There are many organizations that work tirelessly to provide for those in need, and your donations can go a long way in supporting their efforts. Homelessness is a problem that affects us all, and it's one that we can all play a part in solving. By advocating, volunteering, and donating, you can help to make a real difference in the lives of those who are less fortunate. Remember, change starts with you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread awareness about this pressing issue.